Now, I know I may sound different today, but this is me. And this is what you get. Now, someone asked me some time ago, how do I have a lasting marriage? It's simple. Communication. Communication is the bedrock of any marriage, of any relationship, of any human, anything that has to bring human beings together. What will make it to last longer, what will make that union to last longer is communication. Communication is the bedrock of any and every human union. As long as two people are coming together, communication will make them to last longer. Now, in marriages, one of the major reasons why most marriages deteriorate is lack of communication. A situation whereby the husband doesn't tell. See, these 21st century marriages are mostly based on the woman's happiness. And women now see it as, I don't know where this stupid, very selfish, and extremely disastrous mentality came from. Where a woman thinks that it is her own happiness that should be superior in a marriage. That her own happiness is the most important in a marriage. This is one of the reasons why majority of marriages in the Western countries, and even here in third world countries like Nigeria, keep degrading and keep deteriorating and keep ending in divorce. Because women have this stupid mentality that my happiness is a priority, is the major priority in this marriage. You don't care if your husband is happy. You don't care if he's sexually satisfied. You don't even care if he's happy with the way you look. Because some wives will just look so physically unattractive and expect their husband to be happy seeing them. Your husband is a man, for Christ's sake. He wants a sexy wife at home, not a woman who behaves like, who dresses or who appears like a grandmother. You see a man who is 40 years. His wife may be 30-something years, but the wife, with the way she looks and with how physically uninterested she is, with how uninterested she is, making herself look physically enticing, she looks like a woman who is older than her husband. And you expect the man to be happy. And majority of men today who are in marriages don't know how to tell their wives bluntly, you are looking physically unattractive. I'm not happy with this. I'm not happy with that. They are afraid of hurting their women's or wives' feelings. Unlike our fathers those days, who were very stern and strict on their wives. I'm not saying you should go and beat your wife. No, I don't condemn physical violence, especially against women. I don't condemn that. But you have to be very, very open as a husband to your wife. If you're not happy with something your wife did, talk to her, communicate to her, explain to her, pour your feelings out, or else you keep being unhappy in that marriage. And before you know it, you lose interest in your marriage and start chasing after other girls. This is one of the major reasons men keep chasing after other women, because they are unhappy in their marriages and they want to be men and chase it and keep it to themselves. I'm a man, I should internalize it. I should not talk. I'm a man, I should be silent. I should chest it as a man. By the time you chest it too much, you see yourself losing interest with your wife. You see yourself losing interest in your wife. And the once happy marriage you experienced will now grow sour. And you see yourself losing interest in your wife and chasing after these small girls. That is one of the reasons men keep cheating on their wives. Because they have to chest too much things which made them very unhappy and very unsatisfied with their wives, to the extent where they lost interest in their wives and began to look at other girls who could be more fun and who could give them more peace of mind. As a man, talk to your wife, communicate with your wife, and as a woman who is a wife, also communicate with your husband. When you notice, see, one of the easiest ways to survive a marriage as a woman is to learn your husband. Your husband don't need to come and tell you I'm very unhappy. Learn his body language. If you live with a man for if you date a man for 1 year before you marry him, you should observe him properly. The thing is that most of the women who marry today marry with a selfish mentality that the marriage should be all about me. which is where the problem comes from. You shouldn't have such dirty mentality. It's a very dirty and disastrous and disgusting mentality. Why the hell should you be that selfish about your marriage? That it should be all about me. That my happiness is important. That my happiness is that your happiness is the one that should come first. It doesn't work that way. It will only make your marriage to end in disaster. Because by the time the man keeps being happy for some years, he will lose interest in you. Even if he doesn't end the marriage, you as the woman will not be happy. Because if a man is not happy, it has a way of affecting his partner. Or if the woman is not happy, it has a way of affecting his man. You people should learn to be more open. Communication-wise, you guys should be very open. If I marry tomorrow, one thing I will always tell my wife is, baby girl, if you are unhappy, tell me. Because if I'm unhappy, I will bluntly tell you to your face that I'm unhappy with you. And look at what you did. You should change it, or else unless I'll take some drastic actions. Even if I don't mean it. But the way I told her openly, she'll be like, honey, what did I do now? What did I do now? And you explain to her. And before you know it, it will become a culture to talk to each other. Because if you always tell your wife, talk to me, she will talk to you. If you always talk to your wife, you know that, okay, anytime he has problem, he will talk to me. She will grow comfortable and used to it. Not when you decide to chest everything. Communication is extremely necessary and is a very core necessity for a marriage to work and to last. It's as simple as that, guys.